All right, hi everyone, and welcome to Mr. Latvala's PE class. And we're going to be going through class procedures, things about me, routines, all sorts of things that we're going to be doing in PE. So let's find out. So, about me, I grew up in Solon Springs, Wisconsin. I played basketball and baseball while in school. Then I went to the University of Wisconsin-Stevens Point for college, where I did bass fishing, actually, college bass fishing. So that was pretty interesting. Things I like to do: I enjoy bass fishing, turkey hunting, and being with friends and family. An interesting fact about me is that I had stage 3 liver cancer when I was a little boy. And my dream is to one day be able to harvest a turkey in all 49 states that have a turkey population. Alaska right now is the only one that doesn't have a population. So my philosophy, I believe that students will benefit from a comfortable, safe learning environment with a teacher that develops a caring relationship with each and every student. I want to be that teacher that students can come talk to about anything, and the teacher that the students feel happy about coming to class every day. Like I want my kids to be excited to show up to PE and excited to learn and just be a part of the experience that I hope students get to do. So I want to focus on their needs, interests, and their skill development through repetition. So I want everyone to tell me about their lives. I want them to feel like they can talk to me about anything. And then I want to teach them about more than just PE skills. I want to set them up to be better people in our world, not just kids in PE class. So at the Northwood School District, I have linked the handbook. If you want to take a look at that, you can. Maybe we'll look at it another day. But specific to PE, we find that if you're going to be out of PE, you have to get a statement from a doctor. Get that to the office so you can be excused if you say you get hurt, whether it's at school or in school, and you feel like you can't do PE. If there's days you come to class and you feel sick or anything like that, we can figure something out. But if for long term, we need to have a note. And then a lot of the times when it's nice out, we can make our way outside, and sometimes we get to the playground. And so when we're on the playground, we have to follow all the directions of whoever is supervising the playground, which will probably be me. Or if I have a sub, you need to listen to the sub. And then we have to keep hands, feet, and all of the objects to ourselves. There's usually the gaga ball pit. There's a kickball field. So all those places we have to keep our hands to ourselves. And then we're going to participate in a safe, respectful manner. And we're going to stay in the assigned area. And we're only going to do activities that are allowed. We're not going to go out there and play tackle football. That's just not what we do, all right? So, Northwood's behavior matrix, we're going to be responsible. We're going to be respectful. We're going to be safe. And we're going to be a learner. Then I have attached here, the vision of Northwood School District is to prepare lifelong learners to be productive citizens in an ever-changing global society. So that means we're trying our best to help you all become productive people within our world, so you can go out and you can have a job, you can be good citizens, you can do what it takes to be that. That's what we're trying to set you up for. So some of my class policies, in PE, students are going to be required to wear a pair of gym shoes. So that's shoes that are used for PE. And that's it. We're not wearing them outside. We're not wearing them in the mud. We're not using them as street shoes, all right? We need to have shoes because we want to keep our gym floors in the best shape possible so they last, and for sports, because we don't want to be slipping and sliding on sand when we're playing basketball, all right? And students, we're going to keep their hands and feet to themselves unless instructed otherwise. There may be times where we have to link arms or we have to touch each other's hands, like if we're going to play a game where you have to tag someone and get them back in, something like that. We're going to play with honesty and integrity. So integrity is doing the right thing, all right? Even if someone wasn't looking, you're still going to do the right thing. We're going to be kind to our classmates, the teacher, and ourselves. We're not going to get down on it. We might be sad some days, but we're going to stay motivated so we can do all the things that I'm asking, and we're giving effort for our classmates as well. So we're going to follow directions at all times. That's very important. We need to be listening and ready to follow directions. We're going to stop, look, and listen when you hear a stop signal. That's usually either going to be the word freeze, or I might have a whistle, or when the music stops, things like that. My big rule is I don't want to hear kids running in the gym and we're just going to be screaming, or we're going to play a tag game and we're just going to scream. I know people get excited, but we need to keep our voices at appropriate volume. We don't need to be just screaming. What we're going to work on in PE, we're going to work on individual, partner, and group skills. We're going to play games that involve all three of those, individual, partner, and groups. We're going to do some fitness gram testing that allow us to check for progress over the year, the pacer, push-ups, sit-ups. And then what we want is we want to become proficient in our goals and our skill development throughout the year. So my routine for my PE classes, we're going to enter the gym when I allow you. So you're going to have to wait at the door, and when I'm ready for you to come in, you may come in. Students are going to have 3 minutes to get their body moving. So that means you can run around, you can walk and talk with your friends. We need to just get ready for class. So we're going to get our bodies moving and our heart rates up a little bit. So then I'm going to announce to the class by voice or a whistle blow to head to center circle. All right, and that's where we meet up. We're going to go over class expectations for the day, and we're going to lay out what we're going to go through. And then we're going to ask the question of the day. I like to hear from everybody. What are they doing this weekend? What did you do last weekend? What's your favorite color? What's your favorite food? Things like that. We're just going to have a question so I can hear from everyone and get a perspective of how everyone's feeling or what they think about something. So after a center circle meeting, we're going to commence warm-ups. After warm-ups, a 3 Mississippi drink is allowed, and then we're going to return to center circle and listen about the day's skills and games. We're going to go through our skills, we're going to go through our games, and at the end of the class, we can also get another 3 Mississippi drink, and we're going to line up in our line spots. All of your classroom teachers have line spots created, so we're going to stick with those while in gym as well. And so when we're waiting for our teacher to pick us up at the door, we're going to answer some questions that may be about the lesson that we learned, maybe about the skills, maybe about the games we played, just to check for some learning. That's what we're going to do. So I also have adapted PE. So in adaptive, we're focusing on individual needs. We're going to promote participation, and we're going to develop skills for students with disabilities. So there's a wide variety of where students may need help. It may be motor skill development. It may be fitness. It may be understanding the rules and strategies. It may be having control of our emotions within a physical activity environment. And also we need to learn about self-esteem, socialization, and sportsmanship. And you see there we got one of my previous students with a cup stacking thing. We dressed up for Halloween one day. And then our adapted PE Friday adventures. We go swimming at the local JLAC, which is Aquatic and Activity Center. We also go to local parks when the weather is nice, and we also try to get out fishing a few times. We also made a stop at A&W and to show their appreciation because they've helped us out a few times. So we got a root beer float and ice cream. Even though that might not be the best for Fayed, but some days it's good to have fun. Then we got my friend Alex. He's hanging out. So, cultural responsiveness in the classroom. Like in my philosophy, I want my students to be in the best, most comfortable learning environment. If For that to be true, I have to be well-rounded and willing to learn and care for all types of students. Cultures, backgrounds, family lifestyles are all different. I'll need to be able to adjust lessons and modify to all sorts of groups and students. We could play games from around the world, learn about many different cultures along the way. So obviously I just have a picture of a gym here. We got center circle, that's right in the middle. A cool down corner, we could pick a corner if we need to take a little break, maybe get out of a intense situation where you feel like you just need to calm down a little bit. We can go to a corner. Then the warm-up line is always going to be on the sideline. That's where we start our warm-ups. So then, we could talk about what kind of I do at the school, what I do outside of the school. So we also do the Kids Heart Challenge every single year. And the last 2 years, when I've been at Northwood, we've broken the record for money raised for the Kids Heart Challenge, which is the American Heart Association raising money for people that need help with their hearts. I coach middle school basketball. I coach middle school football. And we also made it to state in high school baseball, which was the first time in school history. In the summer, we allow the opportunity for summer school, and one of the things I do is I guide fishing trips for kids that attend summer school. We got a kid there, he was pumped, he caught a big bluegill. And we take groups, and it's nice that my girlfriend also gets to join me on that. So it's just, I'm truly blessed to be able to do all this stuff. I have my works cited, and then thank you. I hope everyone has a great year.